Hello everybody, Paul Miller here at Dream Guitars, and this is Cecilia, made by Elkayam Boaz, our good buddy, and we've sold many of his guitars in the past, a great Israeli builder known for innovation and unique designs. And he partnered up with Majkowski, and they built this guitar together using the research developed by Schneider and Kasha. So Kasha-Schneider, who some of you might have heard those names together before, they were two acoustic design researchers who developed a way of bracing the guitar that's totally different, and it goes for different goals. And I'll tell you a bit more about that as we go through the guitar. So this was built by two gentlemen using the knowledge and research of two other gentlemen. So very cool instrument here, and very different than a typical classical guitar. So first thing you're going to notice is that it's a Redwood top. So that's a really cool thing. Redwood, of course, known for being warm and rich, sort of like cedar. If you played cedar, then you're in the family of the sound of Redwood. The next thing you might notice is that the sound hole's off center. That's very much part of the design. What they're going for with this design is trying to get more energy, more bass response, more overall volume, and just acoustical, all the potential out of a guitar is sort of the way I take it from reading about their research. The other thing you'll notice is the bridge itself has a different shape. It's a wedge shape. So there's a lot more than that going on, but let's start with talking about a few of these things. One is the top is, of course, very thin, but it's also slightly thinner on the bass and slightly thicker on the treble side, which is a really important thing, and it's kind of interesting because it gives you more enhanced bass response if this part of the top can flex more, and then this part's slightly stiffer. So it makes a lot of sense on paper, and certainly comes through on the guitar. The wedge-shaped bridge is also designed to move the bass notes more to this part of the top, and the narrower side to bring the treble notes more to this. At least that's the theory. And then, of course, the sound hole, by moving that over to the side, again, allows you to, what they say they were doing here was putting it in the quietest part of the top. So this part of the top usually doesn't move much. It's very heavily braced. They got the whole neck there, so it's kind of a dead area of the top. Most of the energy and volume comes from here. So putting the sound hole here simply means you're using the real estate of the top that's the least active anyway. So pretty interesting concepts, and lots of them going on, and that's just the beginning. So let's have a look at the rest of the guitar. Actually, before we go up, I'm going to go down. So I'm going to show you this too. The guitar has a trap door here, and it very simply comes off. You spin this and the whole door comes off, and that's because if you notice, there's no tie block here. The strings go into the body, and then they're tied around balls, little steel balls, and then that's the retention for the string inside the body. So here's a nice clean look here, but also it means that the string is going through the top and actually pulling on the top, another way to try to get more energy. So they seem to have thought of everything. Inside the guitar, I don't know if you'll get it from this camera angle, but you'll have a lot of pictures you can see. And we have a new camera to go inside guitars, so we'll use that on this as well. So you'll see some of the bracing. But there's a flying brace right here, and there's others where some braces that go up in the air and then touch only in certain areas of the back. And that's, again, very intentional as far as trying to get the energy to different places and to keep the bracing off the back so that the back can be very, very active. So slightly different on this guitar. I'm going to go around to the back since we're showing you something new and different. The back, you can even hear, very thin. The braces are off of it to some extent, so it becomes part of the sound of the guitar. It's acting like a speaker diaphragm. So the back is also Redwood. So you have Redwood top, Redwood back. Very unique instrument here. The sides are Brazilian Rosewood. And then we go up the fingerboard, of course, ebony fingerboard. But on the way up the fingerboard, I need to show you another really unique thing, and that's that the frets are cylindrical. They're completely round and inserted into the fingerboard. So they're not a tang or a T, where there's normally a tang going in and then the fret on top. They're completely round. And that's because they wanted more mass. So they wanted more mass on the neck to, again, create energy and retain energy. Then you've got more typical classical headstock. This one has Gilbert tuners, which some of you will know. They're great. They're not the most beautiful tuners in the world, but they really work. They were designed to alleviate a lot of the problems players had with conventional tuners. Then, of course, this is mahogany neck on this one. And again, the Redwood back. So just a really interesting guitar, lots of ideas and innovations going on, and the effect on the sound is dramatic. This does not sound like a traditional guitar, and it's not trying to. You're going to get a lot more energy, a lot more bass response, sort of a fatter treble note. So definitely for the player who's looking for a different sound or something just really fun and very innovative. It's really, really kind of cool. So the Boaz and Majkowski. Thank you all.